In the early days of his life, Jeff Bezos was not the richest man in the world, nor was he born into extraordinary privilege. What he had instead was curiosity, discipline, and a deep desire to understand how the world really worked. As a young boy, Jeff spent countless hours dismantling machines, questioning systems, and imagining better ways to solve problems. He learned early that intelligence alone does not create success, clarity of thinking does. Years later, while working in a stable, high-paying job on Wall Street, Jeff noticed the explosive growth of the internet. Most people saw it as a trend, but Jeff saw it as an opportunity shaped by logic and long-term thinking. He asked himself a simple but powerful question: when I am 80 years old, will I regret not trying? That question changed everything. He realized that fear of failure fades with time, but regret lasts forever. Wealth, success, and fulfillment are not accidents. They are outcomes of deliberate choices. This was the first major shift in his mindset. He understood that playing safe may protect comfort, but it never creates greatness. At that moment, Jeff was not rich in money, but he became rich in understanding. This realization planted the foundation for everything that followed. It was not about becoming wealthy overnight, it was about committing to a vision that aligned with logic, courage, and purpose. That is when the real journey began. Jeff Bezos understood something most people never do: a job pays the bills, a career builds stability, but a calling gives life meaning. Leaving Wall Street was not an emotional decision, it was a rational one. He calculated risk carefully and accepted that failure was possible, but inaction was unacceptable. He moved to a small garage and started Amazon with a simple goal: become the most customer-centric company in the world. At that time, the idea of selling books online seemed unrealistic to many. Critics laughed, investors doubted, and competitors underestimated him. But Jeff had clarity. He knew that short-term losses were acceptable if long-term value was being created. What separated Jeff from others was his patience. While others chased quick profits, he focused on systems, customer trust, and scale. He reinvested earnings, delayed gratification, and refused to compromise on principles. Success was not measured by applause but by progress. This phase taught a powerful lesson: comfort is the enemy of growth. True entrepreneurs trade certainty for possibility. Jeff's wealth did not come from luck, it came from years of consistent, uncomfortable decisions guided by vision and logic. Amazon's journey was far from smooth. The company faced massive losses, market crashes, and public criticism. Many believed Amazon would fail. Share prices dropped, headlines were negative, and pressure was intense. But Jeff Bezos had mastered long-term thinking, a skill rare in a world addicted to instant results. He believed that meaningful success compounds slowly. Every failure was treated as data, not defeat. Jeff encouraged experimentation, knowing that innovation demands tolerance for mistakes. He famously said that if you want to invent, you must be willing to fail. This mindset created a culture where learning mattered more than ego. While competitors focused on quarterly profits, Jeff focused on decades. That patience allowed Amazon to build infrastructure, logistics, and technology that others could not match. Wealth, Jeff realized, is not built by avoiding mistakes but by outlasting them. Those who quit early never see the compounding effect of persistence. This philosophy transformed Amazon from a risky startup into a global powerhouse. One of Jeff Bezos' most powerful insights was that money should never be the primary goal. Wealth is a byproduct of value creation. When entrepreneurs obsess over profits, they limit their potential. When they obsess over solving problems, profits follow naturally. Jeff focused relentlessly on customer experience. Faster delivery, lower prices, and innovation were not marketing tactics, they were principles. This obsession created trust, and trust created scale. Over time, that scale generated extraordinary wealth. He also understood that discipline beats motivation. Daily decisions, repeated consistently, shape destiny. Jeff's lifestyle reflected this belief. He prioritized high-quality decisions, protected his energy, and avoided distractions that diluted focus. This stage of his journey teaches a crucial lesson: riches follow responsibility. When you commit to serving millions effectively, wealth becomes inevitable. Success is not about chasing money, it is about earning impact. Jeff Bezos often says that life is defined by choices, not gifts. Talent matters, but choices matter more. Every individual faces the same decision: choose comfort or choose growth. Jeff chose growth repeatedly, even when it was painful. His ultimate realization was simple yet profound: if you find your calling and commit to it fully, success becomes a natural consequence. Wealth, recognition, and influence arrive not because you chase them, but because you deserve them through value creation. This is why Jeff Bezos became rich, not just financially, but intellectually and strategically. He mastered patience, clarity, and long-term vision. His story proves that success is not reserved for the lucky, it is earned by those who think differently and act courageously. The real wealth begins the moment you understand this truth.